'Twas almost the night before Christmas, and Donald Trump is threatening our national security and his transition team every single day in this breaking story. And the amazing part about it, which I'm going to show you in a few seconds, is, ironically, guess who might be a real expert, according to Trump, on the subject of what he's now doing? Yeah, that would be Hillary Clinton. And if you don't recall how Donald Trump's attitude was towards her regarding email security and cybersecurity about this breaking story, here, take a quick listen.
For encouraging espionage from the Kremlin against Hillary Clinton.
Sources tell ABC News that U.S. investigators believe Chinese hackers have launched a wide-ranging cyber campaign targeting cell phones of Democrats and Republican officials, including former President Trump and his running mate, J.D. Vance. The Trump campaign is responding to the reported cyber attack, trying to blame Vice President Harris and Democrats, accusing them without evidence of emboldening China and Iran.
Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing.
The New York Times reports that Donald Trump's phone calls are apparently frequently eavesdropped on by both Russian and Chinese intelligence officials, and that is not due to their amazing ability to crack into these things. It is due to his unwillingness to do literally anything to stop it from happening.
Now the cyber is so big. Cyber attack is a new big problem. Cyber is very, very tough. We have much hacking going on. I will say this. Hillary Clinton has to go to jail, okay? She has to go to jail. I think she should be in jail for what she did with her emails, okay? But if I win, I am going to instruct my Attorney General to get a special prosecutor to look into your situation.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Turning now to our world lead, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, known as CISA, is warning that the recent hacks, allegedly carried out by a Russian-linked group, pose a grave risk to federal, local, and state governments. One of, if not the biggest, cyber attack on the United States in years. An attack outgoing President Trump has publicly ignored.
Because today they just announced somebody else was hacked and another group was hacked. Everybody's being hacked, okay? They're scamming us with cyber. We're living in a cyber world. I'm not a big email person.
Donald Trump doesn't really use email, but his son was a supposed computer genius, and he was using a flip phone in the presence of Chinese officials back in his first presidency. And now, in this breaking story, what do you think, after threatening Hillary Clinton with jail, do you think Donald Trump and his transition team are doing with regards to emails and private servers? Unbelievable national security hypocrisy. Here it is. Trump's transition is happening over private emails. Federal officials are nervous. Federal officials say they're worried about sharing documents via email with Donald Trump's transition team because the incoming officials are eschewing government devices, email addresses, and cybersecurity support, raising fears that they could potentially expose sensitive government data. The private emails have agency employees considering insisting on in-person meetings and document exchanges that they otherwise would have conducted electronically, according to two federal officials granted anonymity to discuss a sensitive situation. Their anxiety is particularly high in light of recent hacking attempts from China and Iran that targeted Trump, Vice President-elect J.D. Vance, and other top officials. In quotes, "I can assure you that the transition teams are targets for foreign intelligence collection," said Michael Daniel, a former White House cyber coordinator who now leads the nonprofit online security organization Cyber Threat Alliance. "There are a lot of countries out there that want to know what are the policy plans for the incoming administration." Trump, who attacked his then-opponent Hillary Clinton over her use of a private email server for official business during his first presidential run, is overseeing a fully privatized transition that communicates from an array of @transition47.com, @TrumpVanceTransition.com, and @DJTFP24.com accounts rather than ending in .gov, and using private servers, laptops, and cell phones instead of government-issued devices. They also advise federal employees that they can require transition officials to attest that their private technology complies with government security standards. In quotes, because they don't have official emails, people are really wary to share things, said a State Department employee granted anonymity to discuss private conversations. In quotes, I'm not going to send sensitive personnel information to some server that lives at Mar-a-Lago while there are so many fears of doxing and hacking. So they have to physically come and look at the documents on campus, especially for anything with national security implications. The Trump transition team confirmed its reliance on private emails, with spokesperson Brian Hughes saying in a statement that, in quotes, all transition business is conducted on a transition-managed email server. Once again, folks, we're not even to January 20th, and you have food fights already between Trump and Elon Musk, and now Trump's entire transition team is avoiding and eschewing government cyber security protocols, discussing and planning cabinet picks, nominees, who knows what they're discussing on private server email systems. Yeah, that level of hypocrisy, which threatens our national security, and we haven't even gotten started yet with this administration. Hold on to your seats, folks. Have a wonderful holiday, but stay frosty.